friends, and welcome back. This is episode 2 of the Room by Room series. Please check out episode 1. It was the last video posted, but on the last one, we got finished with the living area. And as I explained before, I'm showing you guys how I build. Instead of doing a regular let's build, I build in a different way. So, this is just a series that I've created to where you can see what my thought processes are because I do get a lot of requests for let's builds. So again, please check out episode 1. Again, last time we got finished with the living room, and as you know, I plan sort of a room ahead so that I can know where to put the doors and windows before I decorate the current room that we're doing. So I'm trying to figure out here what I'm going to do with this area above, because the one below it there is going to be a kitchen that connects to that living room that we got finished with. So I'm just trying to figure out what I want to make this into. I'm thinking a stairwell or an area where we can go upstairs, but again, I'm not quite sure yet what I want to do with that. The room on top there, the small one, I'm going to make into a bathroom. So we're just going to take it again room by room, but I cannot do the kitchen, the current room, until I figure out where I'm going to place doors for the upcoming room. So this is the kitchen, and I'm not going to make it a huge kitchen. I think I'm just going to keep it this way and make it a smaller one. And it connects to that beautiful living room that we created on episode 1. So here I'm just trying to figure out what kind of cabinets I want to use. If you look at the room that I've already created, you'll see that we have turquoise, we have white trim, we have some orange looking woods there. Don't really think I want to use the new blue Homestead cabinets that we got with the 2018 holiday update. I'm thinking I want to go with something a little bit more simple. And I haven't used the, I forgot what update we got these on. We had the black and white ones before, and then we got these new navy blue ones. And I may have used them one other time, but I don't really use these a lot, or haven't yet. So I'm thinking I may just try something with that, and if I don't like it, then I can always just change it. And you know what else I was thinking while we're, building right now? The way they organize these, well, lack of organization, I should say, that they have with the, not just our inventory, but with the actual furniture store, it drives me absolutely crazy. They don't group anything together where it goes. I'm sure you guys probably feel the same way. So when you're building, it kind of makes it difficult to find everything. But, first world problems, right? So we're going to have a navy and white kitchen. And let's just continue placing the cabinets here. I like to have a good balance of upper cabinets with spaces that don't have upper cabinets. So while I'm placing these, if you're not familiar with what I'm doing, again, check out episode 1. But I do get a lot of comments asking me to do let's builds. And I explain in the comments, it's kind of hard for me to do that because I don't plan a house out before I build it most of the time. So what I do is the way I started 7 years ago when I figured out you can actually build homes in Sims Freeplay, because I was old school. I was one of the, I got the app when it first came out. I didn't really know what I was doing. It was my first iPad. And so anyway, once I figured out I could build, this is just how I started building. I'd literally do a room and I make it really nice the way I want it. And then I build the house around that. And I go pretty much one room at a time, but I have the layout for the room ahead. And whatever the house ends up looking like, sometimes it's a bust, sometimes it looks awesome. So I'm doing this with you guys watching me. So if this ends up being a bust, at least you know what my thought processes are. If you watch my other original builds, you'll know that those are the ones that I think turned out well and I wanted to share with you. So this is how I do things, and we'll just kind of talk through it and you can kind of see how I do it. But right now I'm looking for, I love that tile, but I don't use it a lot because it's pretty busy. And if you watch my other builds, then you know I'm more of a neutral type person as far as colors go. Sometimes I'll step out of my comfort zone and do something really kind of crazy, but normally I just stick to neutral things and add pops of color into the room. So I'm browsing wallpapers here because I want to kind of gear the decor that I put in the kitchen around the colors that I'm going to put on the wall. So I'm kind of trying to decide here if I want to go with something bold or neutral, and I think I'm probably going to settle on that one. And now I can place the windows in the kitchen. And that's another sticking point with me, is window alignment. Now, on other people's builds, it doesn't bother me, but whenever I'm building a house, I really, really like to have my windows. They don't have to be perfectly aligned on the exterior. I like for them to be, but as long as they're sort of, in some sort of a pattern, I can deal with it. But I'm kind of OCD when it comes to building homes, and I really like to have my windows looking nice on the outside, because windows and doors can really make or break how your house looks on the outside. Even in real life, that's the truth. So when I build something, you'll notice, if you've watched others, things that I've built, I try to make them as lifelike as possible. I do have a few builds that are kind of unique, like the tree house that I built and things like that. But typically my homes are family homes that are pretty lifelike. So I try to make them as realistic as possible, so that if they were actually brought into the real world, they would be livable and be beautiful. So that's kind of what I go for. So here I'm just finishing up the kitchen and putting, the appliances in, coffee maker. I love that. I think it's actually a tea machine, but to me it looks like a Keurig would look in real life. So you'll see me using that a lot. And I'm just placing the rug here and the finishing touches on the kitchen. I like that blue. It's actually a really pretty blue. And now I'm looking for what I usually put in my kitchen, which is a thing of flowers, because even in real life, I love to have flowers in my kitchen. I just think it makes the simplest of kitchens look beautiful. So here's what the kitchen looks like so far. Again, if this were a real life kitchen, it would be fully functional. It would be pretty. It would be something that I would enjoy using. And I really do like those navy cabinets now that I'm looking at them. So there we go. And let's see here. I think I may want to put something on the wall in here, because that's kind of bare. You may hear my dog snoring in the background, of course. When doesn't she? And I got that water machine. I got a few of them actually from Architect Homes. So that should work well in there. And that blue painting, that matches really well. There. I'm happy with this. Definitely. So that's what it's looking like. Looks like a real little kitchen to me. Alright, so far, building room by room, we have the beautiful great room, which is the teal with the colorful accents, the orangey color wood, and it's a 2-story. Then we have the kitchen that we finished now, which I'm very happy with. And then as we move forward, we'll probably do maybe the stairway and the bathroom next. But I hope you guys have enjoyed episode 2. Episode 3 will be posted soon. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a wonderful day.